Hello, this is Dustin Burrell at CIS 102 Networking class for Treasure Valley Community College. Basically, we're going to be testing connectivity without Inter-VLAN routing today. And that would be our packet tracer video, so let's just get started on this. On our first step, test connectivity without Inter-VLAN routing, let's ping PC1 to PC3 just to see what's going on. Okay, so PC3's address. Don't let this confuse you. PC2 is supposed to be PC3. As we're waiting for it to ping, we'll just watch see what's going on here. We'll scroll down here a little bit too. Now it's gonna expect a timeout. That's what it even says. And the ping fails, and the reason why this ping is going to fail is because it doesn't have the proper connectivity yet. So we need to do some connecting to this network to get it up and running. First thing we want to do though is switch into simulation mode to monitor the pings. After we just tried it on real time, let's try it in simulation mode. And this is going to be a way for you to discover in more of a layman terms on what's going on. So go from, get your little envelope here, from PC1 to PC3. Ping process starts the next ping request, and we're just going to hit capture forward. Goes to the switch, goes from switch to PC3, goes from PC3, and there's where we can see our error. So let's see what's going on here. The ARP request times out because we don't even have connectivity right now. So that's how you would watch and verify it that way. Okay, now we're going to go back into real-time mode, and we're going to get into our switch. And we got to go to our command line interface. And what we need to do here is we just need to get our VLAN 10 registered. So let's get into configuration exec mode. We want VLAN 10, enter, exit out of VLAN mode, and then VLAN 30, exit out of VLAN 30 mode. Okay. So we've assigned the VLANs into there, and that's good. So after we get the VLAN set up, we want to assign the ports. But I just want to make sure there's nothing else besides VLANs there. So exit out, get back into config mode, go interface F over here. Oops. Scroll down up a little bit. Now configure interface F06 and F011 as access ports and assign VLANs. Assign PC1 to VLAN 10, assign PC3 to VLAN 2. Just a sec, I'm going to pause. Okay, so now that we got the VLAN set up, we got to get the F011 and F06 assigned to the proper VLAN. So what we want to do here, and this is exactly the step that I missed last time I did this, to where I didn't have a network connecting. So interface F0/11, enter. Hold on, let me see here. I do that all the time. Interface F0/11. Try not to hit the O. Okay, and then switch port mode access. You might not have to do that command, but just do it just in case. And then we got to get the VLAN to have access with the switch port. So we type in switch port access VLAN 10. Now VLAN 10 is assigned to F011 interface. We want to do the same thing for interface 6. Get out of if mode and go interface F0/6 switch port mode access, and then switch port access VLAN 30. Okay, now we got both of those set up to the right, switch port mode access. We can exit out of all this, exit again, and now basically we just need to do a show VLAN brief because we're done here. We set up VLAN 10 and VLAN 30 with FO6 and FO11. F0, 0. I need to get in the habit of saying 0. Now we need to do a show VLAN brief to verify that we did this right. And over here is going to say 1 default. I got that. We got 24 ports. We got 2 gigs right there. VLAN 10 is active and assigned to F11. And VLAN 30 is active and assigned to F06. So that's very good. And now I'm just hitting myself in the head, and make sure you guys follow the directions. Make sure you put the commands in correct, because when I didn't put the command in correct, I still wasn't getting where I wanted at the end of the assignment, and it was all because I forgot this right here: switch port access VLAN, switch port access VLAN 10 and 30. Now that they're in there, we're going to go test the connectivity again. So PC1 command prompt, PC1 to PC3. Let's see how we do. Request timeout. Request timeout. So you can already see in step 3 it's saying PC1, PC3. The ping should still fail. Why were these pings unsuccessful this time? The reason they're unsuccessful this time is because we're getting to where we have connectivity in certain places of the network, but we still have 2 networks set up and no routing involved. We haven't even touched the router yet. So now we got to configure the router so we can have full connection. So now we got to configure sub interfaces on router 1. So we go in here, and by the way, this is another little cheat sheet right here. We're at 20 out of 60 on completion, so we're almost there. So go into your router, command line interface, enable, get into exec mode, conf t, and this time with the sub interfaces and G interface G0/ what is it, 0.10. Okay, enter that. The command to get these set up as a sub interface is encapsulation. Encapsulation dot, and don't space in between there, and then 10, because that's going to be for VLAN 10. And then you got to put the IP address in, which we find right up here, and we're doing 0.10, 0.10. Okay, so over here enter IP address 172.17.10.1, and then 255.255.255.0. Enter. Bad mask 24 for address 172.17.10.0. Oh, that is correct, because I basically need to put a 1 here. Then we're all good. Okay, so we're done with the 0.10 right there. That's set up. Now you gotta do the same thing for 0.30. Get out of here, go into interface G0/0.30. Enter. Encapsulation dot 1 capital Q 30.